Hello friends, today we will discuss on how much does it cost to make an app. Cost of an app will be depends on the following points. First, number of resources needed to create an app. Second, the geography, the companies and developers location. Third one is the tech stack. Fourth one is the requirement and your features list of an app. Now let's estimate based on the number of resources needed to create an app. Generally, to create a mobile app, we need one designer, one app developer, one web developer, and one tester. Generally, to create a mobile app, we need one designer, one app developer, one web developer, and one tester. Designer who will create a logo, app design, icons, those things. Front end or app developer. If it's an hybrid app, you just need a one developer. If it's native applications, then you need a two developers, one for Android, one for iOS. Now, what will the app developer will do? App developer will be doing the designing integration and APIs integrations. Backend developer will create the backend and APIs, and tester who will test the application. Now let's calculate the cost. As we all knew that in IT industry, employees are working for 20 working days, and on an average 3+ years experience guy salary will be range from 50k to 70k. So let's consider that means it will be in middle. So let's consider 60k as a base for an calculation. So make it easy. So 60,000 will be salary and 20 is a working day. So 3,000 will be a per day salary of any employee. Now let's calculate the number of days will be needed for to create an app. So first of all, the designer who needs to create an app, logo design, icons, everything. So they need 7 days approximately. Then app developer will be required around 40 to 60 days. Backend developer will needed also 40 to 60 days, and QA will needed 7 days. So to develop any applications, it requires at least 94 days. Let's round off and make it 90 working days. Now let's calculate based on these number of days and salary of the developer. So 90 days will be working and 3,000 will be per day salary. So generally the application will be costing around 2.7 lakh rupees. Now let's further round off and make it 2.5 lakh. So below 2.5 lakh INR, making an app, it's extremely difficult. Now you might be thinking that this information might be not correct, because in market there are a few companies who offer an app at lower cost, right? So let's discuss that, how they can do that. So first, the obvious reason will be they are not providing you any source code. So you are just renting a house, not owning a house. In short, you are not owning the source code. You do not have any intellectual property rights on the source code, so they can sell to anyone, even your competitors. Okay. And let's say if you are not paying them on a regular basis, might be, let's say if you are facing any issues, then you do not have a source code, so you are 100% depending on them. Okay. Now let's jump on the second point. Some companies will be there who will directly providing the source code, and there are several marketplaces which is also available in the market. They are also selling the source code like Code Cannon, right? Now in those, when those companies who are selling the source code directly, most of the times they are not providing any kind of support or any kind of customization in the source code. And I have personally seen those companies, they're just literally selling the source code and they are not ready to customize their own source code. So you just need to understand that they are not even ready to customize their own source code. So how difficult it will be for any other developers will be making any changes in their source code. Okay. So, and the third thing will be obvious reason. So you will be 100% depending on the source code because you have bought from them. Now, if you need any customization inside that, so you need to pay heavy fees to do that, and they are getting extreme dominant position, and they can charge you any amount. Okay, because you cannot able to do anything about those source code, because most of the companies will rejecting to customize the other company's source code. Okay. So, and I have seen several companies who does not even offer customization after selling the source code. So just imagine that they are not ready to customize their own code, then how other developers or companies can do that? So it will become a nightmare for you and you lose your money and time both. I hope everything is clear now. If you have any other question, then please ask me in the comment section. I will try to answer that. Now let's see other points as well, which we have listed. For second one is the geography, company's location and company's developers location. But obviously, if you are hiring any developers from USA, UK, or any other European regions, definitely costing will be higher. And if you are hiring Asian developers, then costing will be less. Third one is the tech stack. Let's say if you are using a commonly used and widely used tech stack, then application will be inexpensive. So let me list down the common tech stack which generally all the companies will be using to create an app. For designing, but obviously they are using Figma or Adobe XD. For application development, either they are using Flutter or React Native. Let's say if someone wants to create an application in native tech stack, then they are using Java or Android, Java or Kotlin for Android, and Swift 5 for iOS. And for backend and APIs, most of the companies will be using Laravel or Node.js because they are open source. And currently, like, Python is also widely famous. So Python and Java will be also a choice, and ASP.NET will be another choice. but obviously those three technologies will be a little bit costlier than Laravel or Node.js. Now let's talk about the main point. It's all the application costing will be 100% depending on. Now let's talk about the fourth point, which is the main point, is the requirement and features list of an app. I can say that when 75% costing will be depending on the requirements only. Let's say if you have a small app requirement, then but obviously the costing will be less. If you need a marketplace app, then costing will be higher. Okay. So you can do one thing, means you can share your requirement with me and we are happy to provide you the timeline and costing for any application. And until we will know any requirement from the clients, we cannot able to give the accurate timeline and costing. So you can just contact us for accurate timeline and costing, and we are also offering 30 minutes free consultation. So you can do one thing, you can just book an appointment with me and I will provide you the complete demo for the requirement or complete business consultation for your business and applications which you need to develop. Okay, it's totally free, so you can do that. That's it from mine. See you in the next video. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.